I always share tricks and methods showing y'all how to do something, like tips to master aiming or movement. Then I thought to myself, I can teach you how to do something all day long, but doesn't mean you'll learn it. So I decided to share the habits I had to develop in order to perfect my map reading skills. In this way, you can psychologically force yourself to quickly learn map awareness. Now, map awareness can make you do plenty of different things. Map awareness really determines everything you do in Call of Duty. Like, I would say looking at the map is more important than actually looking at the gunfight sometimes. I catch myself sometimes in the middle of a gunfight, I look up at the map. I die to it sometimes, but I know what's going on more. So then you might ask yourself, okay, I know to look up at the map, but when I'm really in the moment in the game, I don't really look at the map because it's just not a habit I have. And that's something y'all struggle with a lot. I tell y'all to do something, but y'all not accustomed or used to doing it, so you don't do it. And I understand that. I understand, like, okay, I could tell somebody something all day, but doesn't mean they're learning. So the way I developed that, the way I managed to look at the map every chance I get is looking at the map after every kill. Now, this doesn't mean, okay, after every single kill, I'm gonna look up at the map. Like, you see two people in front of you, you kill one of them, then you just look up at the map. Don't do that. That's how you die. You kill someone, look up at the map, or you can kill somebody, wait for somebody else, wait like 2 seconds, no one show up, look up at the map real quick. You don't want to stare at the map. Although I would not say that all the way. I think staring at the map actually is another thing that caused me to develop map awareness quicker. But you're not going to always stare up at the map. Eventually, when you start getting used to looking at the map, then you will start just looking real quick. You won't have to stare at it so much. So whenever you feel like or have a feeling that someone is near, like you kill somebody and you have a feeling that someone else is there, just look back at the game, pre-aim, and then you can look up there once you start to feel like you good, or you can get to a good position, a good area where no one is, get behind cover or something like that, or teammates are nearby. Then that's when you look up at the map. But don't be in the open just looking up there. Now, someone asked me, when I play the game, what is my thought process? What am I thinking about when I really play? Well, when I play, I'm mostly thinking about where my teammates are, where the enemies are. I'm trying to find out where the next enemy is. That's the question I'm always asking in the back of my mind. Okay, where's the next dude? I killed him, but where's the next one? Where are my teammates located right now in this second in the universe? I need to think about that. I need to find that out so I can determine what else I need to do next. How do I do that? I look up at the map. This is another good habit I managed to develop. That's habit number 2. Always think about where your team is and where the enemies are. If you can't think about nothing else while you're playing the game, always keep that question in the back of your mind. Always be looking for more people. Like when you kill somebody, just think about more. That's gonna cause you to start thinking about, okay, I need to find more people. Oh, let me just look up. Let me look up right there in the corner of my screen. Oh, okay. Sometimes you might have UAV up and that causes you to look, or you might have a harp up and somebody on your team got a harp, or you got a harp. But if you got a harp, I hope you are looking at the map. I hope I don't gotta tell you to look. But you mostly want to be thinking about where the team is. Where is my team at right now? That's when you're gonna start looking up at the map, and you're gonna determine where your team is. You might even see a UAV swipe. Someone might be shooting out a suppressor. Then you see an enemy. Okay, boom, we getting somewhere. We starting to get some knowledge off of this. And then you want to be, most people, they look up at the map, but they don't know what they're looking at. They don't know what they're looking for, so they just don't look at it. What you want to be looking for is you want to be looking where the teammates are, where they're looking at, their positions, all that type of stuff. If there's any red dots or anything up there that looks red, look for that. And that's how you will find the enemies. Now, most of us like to just run around all over the place when playing Call of Duty. Why do we do this? It's because we want to get stuff quickly. We want to get all these kills quickly because that's what all these YouTubers are doing. But once again, they're reverse boosting. If they were playing real lobbies, they would not be running around. I've seen them play normal lobbies. I've seen them get nukes in normal lobbies, and they weren't running around in them. They were playing exactly how I'd be telling you to play. So since you rush around so much, we on to tip number 3. Habit number 3, whatever you want to call it. Never make a play or push until you have looked up at that map. So basically what you want to be thinking about before you push, before you do anything like that, I got to look at my map first. I got to look at my map first. Think of it as I'm not allowed to push. The game would literally not allow me to push unless I looked up at the map. So that's when you want to look and figure out things. That's the thing. We end up dying so much. We just rush around. We rush around, but not having any info of where we even rushing to or where we going. And then that's how we get smoked. Now, how do you do this? You want to, before you push anywhere, you want to ask yourself, it's all about asking yourself questions in your mind. I feel like that's what it really is. Just going in your brain and asking yourself these questions, and it's going to trigger you to look up at the map. So Question, ask yourself, okay, is it safe to go in this route? Should I go here? If I go here, will I die? Now, if you're usually a fast-paced player, this will cause you to think a lot while you're playing because you're so accustomed to rushing around. So you're going to be rushing around every second. So that means every second you asking some new questions. And once you asking these new questions, you're going to look up at the map. You're going to get what you need to get the info you need to get, and you're going to have more knowledge about what you're doing. And this way, you're not just running around and running around. You know what you're doing. That way, when you do die, you can probably rage a little bit less. Because I noticed something for me. I started raging less when I knew I died to my mistakes. Back when I ain't know nothing, I was just dying. I was blaming it on teammates and blaming it on possibly everything. I still blame things on teammates because I honestly think they really do be making a lot of mistakes and they don't even know it. But now I blame mostly myself. Like if you ever hear me playing like on a live stream or on a video, I always say, oh, I died, my aim messed up. Oh, I didn't know he was right there. Oh, it's like I mostly try and blame myself so that way I can improve. That's something that's not even a tip for this. Like that's just a tip. That's an extra bonus tip. Always try and blame yourself. Like, okay, what could I have done better in this situation? I died. Yes. I want to blame the teammates. Yes, because I suck. But why did I die? Oh, I died. My aim messed up. Be honest with yourself. You don't got to lie to yourself, man. Nobody hears you. Nobody hears you. Just sit there. Be honest with yourself. I died, my aim sucks, and I need to get better. Simple. And then that's how we get better. We get better by taking accountability for our failures and our flaws. So basically, always ask yourself questions and always take accountability, which leads me to my next tip, my last and final tip, tip number 4, habit number 4, whatever you want to do. You need to be asking yourself questions while you're playing the game. You got to talk to yourself. I don't care if you got to talk to yourself out loud like I'm doing this camera right now. Y'all ever think that? Like, it's kind of weird. Like a YouTuber sit down for 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day and just sit there and just speak to a camera. Like that's crazy. But anyways, we getting sidetracked. Ask yourself questions. This is what you want to be asking yourself as a matter of fact. Is it safe to push? Is this the best route to take? Am I in a good position? Asking yourself this will psychologically make you want to look at that square box at the top of your screen. You want to. When you ask yourself that, oh, what position I'm in, you're going to look up at the map. You're going to, okay, let me see where my teammates at. They're nowhere near me. I'm in a bad position. I need to change it, and it's going to cause you to make better decisions in the situation so that way you can live longer. You don't have to get smoked every time. I'm telling you right now, that's exactly how I got better at the game. Just asking myself a million questions. I think I'm very good when it comes to talking to myself, which is why I'm probably such a good YouTuber. So I just ask myself them questions in my mind. Okay, am I doing this? Am I doing this right? And I get these questions from basically me dying over and over so many times. So I got smoked so many times. Remember how I told y'all to focus on what you're worst at. So I will focus on what I'm worst at. That's the first thing I do. Okay, I'm worst at my positioning. So then when I'm running around the map, I'm asking myself, okay, is this a good position to move into? Am I even in a good position right now? Me asking that, then I'm gonna look up at the map and then everything gonna be straight. It's all a psychological factor. That's all you doing is psychologically triggering your brain to look at that map. And once you can do that consistently, you will start to develop good map awareness because you look at the map so much to where that map awareness gonna start kicking in. There's no excuse. I'm telling you exactly how to look at a map. Like once you leave this video, do everything I tell you to do, and I promise you, you will boost your career. Like you will go crazy when you learn that map awareness. You're gonna start reading people so well. You're gonna be able to. People gonna actually start thinking you hacking, bro. I'm telling you, people think I'm hacking all the time. Oh, how'd you know I was there? Y'all don't got a UAV up. Y'all don't got no harp. You ain't got no personal UAV. You ain't got none of that. But you knew I was behind this wall at 3 seconds in the match. Yes, I did, because my map awareness is so top tier. I knew you was there, and I got that from perfecting it. I want y'all to remember that map awareness was the skill I struggled with the most. I had the aim. I had somewhat of a good movement, but I could not get that map awareness down. And then when I got it down, that's when everything just started going up. And you might be in the same position. You got that good aim movement. You know, you don't have to have movement. It's not a requirement. Aiming is, though. Map awareness is. So once you got that aiming and that map awareness, you can do a lot. But anyways, if you want to see more Black Ops 6 content like this, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to my channel. You're going to see a lot more. I post every day, probably twice a day. So please subscribe and stay on this journey with us. We're on the road to 10K. Let's build our community. Let's help out the COD community. Let's bring COD back, bro. Maybe my videos will be so good to where I get such a following, and then once I get this following, then we can start building something saying, okay, make the COD games better. Or just nets in my room. And then once they start making the COD games better, we have revived COD, and I'm gonna take full responsibility for it. Me and my supporters. I almost said fans. I don't like to call y'all fans, as y'all know. Y'all are my supporters. Fans just seem too much of an ego thing, but y'all are my supporters. If you interested in taking your COD level, your skill level, this don't matter what game you playing, you interested in taking to the next level, then subscribe to my Patreon. Subscribe to the COD Coach, and $25 a month. Link in the description below. It's gonna take your career from here to here. Career, I keep saying career, I don't know why, but it's gonna take your skill from there to there. It don't matter if you playing multiplayer or Warzone. I don't care if I gotta coach you on old Call of Duty. We could be on Advanced Warfare, bro. I can teach you a few things on there. I ain't gonna lie. So go join the Patreon. You gonna go crazy. Your skill level gonna boost up. Or if you're interested in seeing the pro Call of Duty formula that I have developed in order to win a gunfight in any situation, any scenario, then click on this video right here.